So, you're taking an AWS certification that has an exam lab portion. Here are some things you need to know in advance. The exam lab section is designed to test your ability to do basic functions in the AWS environment. For example, if you were asked to create an Amazon S3 bucket with KMS default encryption enabled, do you know how to actually build it using the AWS tools? This is the difference between theory and really knowing how to use AWS. Also, the exam lab is part of the complete timed exam. For example, if your exam has 180 minutes of allotted time, that will include the multiple choice and multiple response section and the exam lab section. And you must finish and submit your final answers on the multiple choice and multiple response items before beginning the lab portion. This means you will need to be aware of your time management. To help you with your time management, the starting screen of the exam will tell you necessary information such as how many multiple choice and multiple response items you'll encounter, how many exam labs you'll have, and the suggested time to spend on the exam labs. The suggested time is based on allowing 20 minutes per exam lab. And while your exam lab section is likely to have multiple exam labs, each exam lab can be thought of as a standalone project in a training environment. Only this is not training. You will be given the result that you need to create, and it will be up to you to decide the right steps to get there. Question: console or CLI? Answer: why not both? You will have a fully operational user login for an AWS account. Well, fully operational with IAM restrictions preventing you from doing things like Bitcoin mining, but you will have the permissions you need to create the requested objects. Are you more comfortable in the CLI? Then from the console, you can launch AWS Cloud Shell and continue operations there. The exam scoring doesn't care which one you use, so use the one that makes you comfortable. Once you are logged in, follow the instructions. There may be a number of steps that the exam lab asks you to accomplish, and it's up to you to make sure you don't skip past any of the elements. However, if you do get any of them misconfigured, there is partial credit for the parts you did configure correctly. Once you finish the steps for one exam lab, you will click Next at the bottom right-hand corner. It will close the screen and launch the next exam lab in a new AWS account. And you won't see anything you built from the previous exam lab. This is a one-way process. Once you click Next to move to the next exam lab, you can't go back. This is why leaving yourself time to not feel rushed here really matters. Once you finish all the exam labs, that's it, you're finished. Oh, one final note. You may be in a live console, but the environment is locked down for anything outside of what is needed for the lab. For example, attempting to open the AWS documentation pages or other external websites, not going to work. This exam is going to test if you know how to do it, not how to look it up. Good luck with your AWS certification.